Hey, Smarties. It's Coach Steve here and vlog for the 31st of August. So we have good news and bad news. And me being the kind of positive type of guy, a lopsided hat, I'm going to start with the bad news and then finish with good news. I feel warm and squishy on the inside. Um, Bad news is my ribs have not healed and I'm still in a good bit of pain. So I've had to make the decision. I'm going to have to pull out of Nice and the World Championships in September. I had hoped if I could get back training and be pain free and get even a block and just get around the course. But yesterday I tried a 30-minute turbo, no intensity whatsoever, just tootle around in Zwift in Paris. And afterwards, I couldn't sleep that night for the discomfort. Trouble is, with the first rib I broke was a floating rib. That's easier to heal, and I got away with a kind of 3-4 week turnaround. This seems to be more above sort of back or sort of higher up in the rib cage, and it's just taking much more time. So I also have to eat my own dog food. I was going through that video I did on the injury, how to manage an injury, link to the end of the video, and I went, look, okay, am I being realistic? Is the impact? And I went, look, no, I'll just go round the course. I want to get the medal. And he went, no, I'm also, that's something I always tell my athletes is about, they have to respect the distance. You don't turn up on an Ironman race not trained for it. Even if I have loads of base and I did an Ironman early this season, I would have a very bad day out. Nice is not a course you turn up and tootle around. So realization moment was this morning when I had really bad night's sleep. And I went, look, we'll pull it in. I might go over and support some of my friends who have also qualified at the same time. But that in itself, it brings a little bit of sadness. I'll go. Anyway, so that's my bad news. But good news. As I was talking to one of my friends, a podcaster in Israel, and I told him my plans, what I was going to do instead, as in if I couldn't. And he went, you know what, that's a way of making lemon out of lemons. I went, okay, I like it. So I now have time on my hands. Normally I'm training 15, 16 hours a week. I now have time on my hands. So I have decided to really double down on my YouTube efforts. So maybe it's good news for me, bad news for you. I know. I think if you're watching, you're still kind of enjoying my approach and my learning. I've even signed up for a YouTube Academy, which means I will be busy learning new skills and techniques, and I'm already picking up stuff, which is great. So I'm actually enjoying that. The channel is going very well as well. I'm getting good views and getting some good subscribers. We are, as of today, I probably should know this off the top of my head. Um, do 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 do. 2,128 people are enjoying my prattlings, and I love every single one of you. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm also, so again, by the way, thanks for everyone watching. Thanks for supporting. Do share these things, and if you're watching and haven't subscribed, subscribe. That'd be great. Like and all the rest, and you get to hear my warblings. But most of the time, I try to give up some relevant content to give training and coaching tips away. And also, by the way, on that, I've kind of adopted the Cork 70.3 and the full 70.3 kind of group, and I'm going to do a webinar with them, a live webinar, which will be something I haven't done in a while. On the 13th, I'm giving them tips and all that, and it's cool. I'm getting really nice feedback. I know I'm getting a kick out of that. I really am. So much so I might actually go down to Cork and actually make sure I can actually see someone, meet some of these people. It would be lovely. So as I said, I'm not good at sitting idle. This time I'll be sitting here learning. The other thing I've done is I have registered for Tokyo Marathon, which will be the last of my big six marathons. For those who don't know, the big six marathons are London, Berlin, Paris, New York, Boston, and Tokyo. And if you complete all these majors, you get a special medal, and you immortalized in song and fable, and your name is chiseled on all of the bridges in those countries. No, not really, but it is kind of a cool challenge. It also kind of nice for me as well, and I got into running marathons to raise money for after my father passed for the Irish Cancer Society, and I didn't realize it, but I picked 4 of the majors and targeted them because I was spelling out his name. It's a whole new story. That ended up raising around 100,000 for the Irish Cancer Society. Yay. maybe I'll start doing more charity work again. But anyhow, so this to me actually is like a bookend of that story now, and it's kind of that's funny because my dad's passed away like 20 years ago at this stage. But one of my friends and training mates, Tom Ennis and Ronan McDermott, are said they're going over to Tokyo because they're on that same trek, a little bit further behind. But oh no, Tom will be collecting his big medal too. So that is something that I can look forward to. That is in March. So the month of August, well, my season's over, right? Promised so much, but delivered. I no, look, you qualify the world champs, and that you can't take that away from me. I am happy with that. Would have liked some other little things and do it, but again, there's years ahead of me. So that's that. As I said, gonna expect more great content from me coming this way. Do tell your friends, get them to subscribe. It really helps me. I'm really enjoying this journey. I'm giving up my other guys. I'm still loving you all. But thanks very much for watching. Do like, do share, and do pray my ribs heal quicker because I can give them 3 more weeks. Well, that stage I'm getting bionic ones. All right, guys, have a great day's training, a great week's training, and I hope that you stay injury free and smash your goals.